my presentation is a little bit geared towards marketing the next generation and how marketing gets done, which you'll probably hear a lot about at the marketing agency that you're going to.
No, and that's huge.
Okay.
Because one of the biggest thrusts of what they are focusing on is how marketing affects young people and the buying habits of young people.
Exactly.
Consumerism. So.
Exactly. And it's constantly changing, and there's all different views. But what I'm going to show you today is what marketers tend to think are the primary things that they use on a day-to-day basis to get the word out, to get the message out. And you're right, there's a lot of marketing. There's marketing all over the place. There's billboards, there's newspaper ads, and there's magazine ads, and you carry cell phones, so maybe you text and you get a text ad or something like that, or you go online and you go to a website and you see an ad on a website. So those are all forms of marketing, yes. Oh yeah, because he probably opted in to receive messages from Walmart. I get one from the Hog Wash because one time I went through the car wash, this place called the Hog Wash, and they said you can get a discount by texting discount to a certain number. And now every month or so I'll get a text that says, hey, you can save $3 on your next car wash. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So the important lesson is that, as I said earlier, marketing is always evolving. And the lesson that you need to know is that you need to evolve with it. You need to kind of see what's changing. And that's really what we're going to talk about is marketing in the next generation. So real quick overview. A lot of people confuse advertising with marketing. And there's a differential. So advertising, the stuff like Super Bowl ads, you guys also some of the funny Super Bowl ads, that's when a sponsor like, let's see what's a funny one, like Doritos, right? Didn't they have the big dog who was sitting there, and they made reference that he was kind of getting after the cat. So Doritos hired the Super Bowl, hired an advertising agency to put together an ad, and then they displayed it on the Super Bowl so that they could capture people's attention. And it was a real memorable ad so that they get people to remember Doritos, right? Marketing is more the overall planning and all the different things that go into getting that message out. So for example, and as I say here at the bottom, marketers use advertising as just one part of what they do in their overall campaigns. So in the Doritos campaign, for example, they may have a Super Bowl ad which kind of kicked off that campaign. But now you might see additional ads in magazines, in newspapers, online, on your phone in a text message. Maybe if you have email, it comes through on your email, so that you see it in various places. You might be driving down the highway and see a Doritos billboard. You might hear a Doritos commercial on the radio. So all of those things are other channels, as we call them, that marketers use then to actually implement their marketing plans. So the whole idea with marketing is that we try to bring buyers and sellers of products together. So for us, for VIRGO, we actually have a whole list, our whole group of buyers who make up our audiences. So do you guys know very much about VIRGO and what we do?
What we learned on the website.
Okay, so you know we have a lot of different magazines, right? And we work in health and nutrition, and we work in communications, like telephones and that kind of stuff. We work in the medical industry, and then we work in an industry called self-storage. So you guys familiar with self-storage? You know, like where you take your stuff and you, instead of...
have our Girl Scout stuff stored. Store more?
There you go, Store More. That's probably one of our clients. So those are all our audience members, and those are our brands. And so VIRGO, what we do is we market to make people aware of our brands, and marketers in general market to make people aware of their companies. They also will market to promote an idea. So somebody has a really good idea and they want to get out there and they want to share it with other people, and they want to let people know where they can come and talk about that idea, or where they can come find out more information about that idea. And then of course the real coup de grace, if you will, is that marketing is all about selling. We're kind of the back end stuff to all those salespeople that you see out there. And I know you guys probably have a little bit of sales experience, because Girl Scout cookies are like the hit, the rage, right? So you all know about selling, but marketing, there's a big part of marketing that goes behind selling, and we'll get to that here in just a few minutes. So why do I market? I market because it's fun. I have a good time marketing. I like watching people react to things and seeing how people react. To me, it's a big puzzle, you know. We might send out an email and expect, we might send an email to 10,000 people. And we might expect that 2,000 people open that email. But if only 200 people open that email, then that becomes a puzzle. Why didn't the rest of the people that we expected to open it? And so we constantly are trying to figure out, remember that whole thing about evolving? Trying to figure out what it is that people are most interested in so we can get them to open those emails. So that's the second bullet there is I love to try to figure out better ways to talk to different kinds of people. And that's, again, what marketing is all about. It's about appealing to a wide variety of different audiences. So, for example, we were talking about self-storage a minute ago. In our audience, the people that subscribe and read our magazines and visit our websites, we have people that own self-storage facilities. We have people that manage self-storage facilities. We also have people that actually, you guys know what real estate is? Like the land that your parents' home is on. So they are all the people that actually sell and buy the real estate that those big, huge storage facilities go on. So those are all people that are in our audience. And each of those types of people, they have different things that they think about every day. So our whole goal is to try to talk to them at their level and give them the information that they need to make the decisions that they have to make every day. So that's what makes a media company out there a little different than what we are, which is an information distribution company. So there's beginning to be a difference. Like media for most people in the future will be things like, you guys are familiar with Fox News and like CBS and NBC and all those reporters. So that's real more media type of stuff. What we do is more information distribution, where we actually take really valuable information, reports and things that make sense to those managers and those owners of those storage facilities and helps them make better decisions every single day that they go to work. So how do we market? What are the types of marketing? This is what I was talking about earlier. When you go to the marketing agency, they'll probably talk a lot about this stuff. So one of the big ones is branding. So you guys are actually branding right now. I'm kind of branding. So I wore VIRGO orange today, right? So VIRGO is, our company has an orange logo or has orange in its logo. So this is a way for us to brand our company. Now, for me, it's not as effective as it is for you guys because you guys have your patches and, you'll either have green or brown. I know my daughter I think she just graduated from being a brownie.
She's junior now?
Is that like the first one? And then, no.
Daisy's first?
Daisy, that's what she just graduated. So she's now a brownie. She's now a brownie. So she's working her way up the ranks, but I know that there's different colors and there's different badges. But everything that you guys, when you wear your sashes and those kind of things, that's all branding. That's all letting people know that you're part of an organization that's been around for a very, very long time. And the important part about branding is building trust. So you want people to trust you. Who's the founder of the Girl Scouts? I'm sorry? Juliette Lowe's. So when Juliette started the Girl Scouts, I think in 1912, right? 100 years ago, she started with bringing girls together. And over those years, the Girl Scouts themselves have built trust in people. So people trust the Girl Scouts. They know that they're out to do good and that it's about a good organization and that they teach you guys good values in your life. So that's all about building trust, and that's part of the brand. When people see Girl Scouts, they instantly say, hey, I trust those guys. That makes sense to me. If they're selling me cookies, I'm going to trust that it's probably a pretty good deal. If they're promoting something like a special fundraising event, it's probably on the up and up, and it's probably something that I'd be interested in getting on board with. So very important. So another way we market is telemarketing. So you guys know what telemarketing is? Usually the response. Go ahead. Right. Over and over and over again until you say, stop calling me. Yes. Calling people to sell them your products and or services. So telemarketing is kind of one of those things that's been around a long time. There's been a lot of changes in telemarketing, but it's still one of those forms of marketing that we have out there. Direct mail. So direct mail is also another one that has actually undergone a lot of changes. So here's some examples of some direct mail that we've done. Some postcards and some special mailers, things that we did for an event that we had last fall where we sent direct mail out to people to let them know, hey, you can save X amount of dollars if you sign up today. Here's what this event is all about. Again, the information, we want to say learn more, pay less. We want to tell them what they can expect when they come to the event. We use personalization, and we'll talk about this towards the end of the presentation, but we use personalization to make sure that it's something that feels comfortable to them. And just using their first name sometimes can make a huge difference. Email. So email is another good one. You guys probably haven't seen a lot of this kind of stuff, but this is an example of a marketing email. So we just launched a brand new website. Actually, we rebranded a website, so we changed the logo. So remember when we were talking about brands, this is a logo which is part of a brand, okay? So what we did is we changed the logo on this site, and now we're going to send out an email today to all the people that subscribe to the site and they visit the site, and we're going to let them know these are the things that we have changed on the site. And when you come, we're going to invite them. When you come to the site, you can look at reports and galleries and ingredient of the week and discussion, and we're inviting them to then share it with their friends on Twitter and Facebook. So this is kind of a way that we communicate with people through email. This, again, is another thing that's changing quite a bit in marketing. And then lastly, social marketing. So you guys are all familiar with Facebook and MySpace, right? Have you ever heard of Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah? You know how to, when you're tweeting people, you get on and tweet people? Yeah? So social marketing is really, really getting big. And it's really an important part of marketing because it's about using the power of people that you know to spread the word about a product or services. So for a marketer like myself, I want to be talking to the people that trust us. Remember, they follow us because they trust our brands, and that they are willing to share the information that we're sharing with them with other people that they know, but that we might not know. So that's that whole power. Have you guys ever heard of a social network? So a whole social network is a group of people that will kind of interact with one another and exchange information and ideas. So those are the types of marketing, and we're going to kind of center our whole presentation around those types of marketing. So what do we market here? Well, our main product is information. So we basically gather, we have editors here, and we have people who, just writers and those kind of folks who write information about various industries, and then we deliver that information to the people that work in those industries. And again, we deliver that through magazines, we do it through websites, we do it at special events that we hold throughout the year. We do it on webinars. You guys know what webinars are?
Just talked about that in the car.
So